So these look like all soda machines. Correct me if I am wrong. Looks like all drinks machines, perhaps. And welcome back to a brand new video. What a difference from last night. The promenade was absolutely heaving with the ride to light. If you haven't seen that one, it is on the channel, but what a difference. Only a handful of people around. So we're gonna have a bit of a look around 48 hours before the main switch on in Blackpool, and you can just see already we've got the boards up on the right hand side, and this was on similar boards was on for the Pride festival a few months ago. So we're gonna have a bit of a look today and just see exactly what is going on. So this is just what's on the other side of those boards. Have you ever sort of wondered, you know, the dividers? And it looks like the huge containers. You can see there, looks like the huge containers, possibly sort of filled up with liquid, maybe. In fact, it is liquid. You can just see. Let's have a bit of a look. You can just see the old drainage hole there. So it's like they fill those up, and that's some weight on those. And I'd imagine they just hold all the fences, as you can see. And there is all the portaloos, and it looks like they're all brand new. Look at that. I don't think they've ever been used, and there's odd colours. The pinks and blues. Obviously, like pink for the girls. Well, that's the tradition. I'm not going to get into if it's right or wrong, but yeah, you can just see there's all the portaloos, and there's quite a few of those. So I'd imagine they'll probably be inside the actual switch on themselves, and there's an awful lot. Looks like that. Most of them looks like brand new. So you see the fences are going up. Morning. Yeah, not too bad yourself?
Aye, all right. Sun's shining, better than rain, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? I know.
It makes a difference.
It does.
Everyone feels better with a bit of sunshine, don't we?
I know. Take care.
You too, mate.
See you later. So there you can see all the fences, which will be all being erected throughout the day. Like I say, it's going to be a fantastic event, and it always is. Okay, see, there's old water sign there, and they got the marquee. So like I said, this is just 48 hours prior to the switch on them. What a great one this is going to be. It's going to bring literally thousands of people. So these look like all soda machines. Correct me if I am wrong. Looks like all drinks machines, perhaps. That's an interesting one. Like I said, it's just inside the marquee. So I'll just pan the camera around to the right. Like I said, you know, 40 hours time. Wow. So this is always a great one, especially it gives you the adults a bit of peace of mind. See, Lost Children's Centre. So obviously, if you do manage to unfortunately lose your child, there is a Lost Children's Centre. So that's just near the comedy carpet. So that'll give a lot of people peace of mind, because like I said, it is going to be an epic event. And you see the stage is set there. That's the projectors that'll be projecting onto the wall, and all the speakers are up. Let's just carry on along. Like I said, this is just, you know, for the switch on, just shows how much goes into something like this. So like I said, we're going to have a walk around. And you see all the cases, all the speakers, everything, the lighting, so much goes in something. Let's just whip the camera round to the right hand side, the left hand side, do apologise, and you see everything is being built up. And And it's a few hours later since we ventured out this morning, and we just popped over to Bisbam. I'm going to have a quick look how the things are up this end and what is going to be lit up on Friday evening. So as we just head towards Red Bank Road, and this is like the main start for the illuminations. However, it's going to be a lot of people up this side. I mean, imagine, like, for the families and things. I'd imagine like the Bisbam area will get quite busy, as well as obviously the main thing is in the town with the tower all being lit up. I'd imagine a lot of people will be gathering around the Bisbam area, because this is where all the wonderful boards are, and some of these have been here for many years. We'll just take a look at a handful of these. So like I said, a lot of people will start the illuminations off in Bisbam, and then sort of head on down towards the tower. And this is always a great one, the old teddy bears picnic. Look at that. Like I said, there's some really great boards. How many times have these been photographed, in the past? Absolutely incredible. And look at this one. So this one is, you see a lot of them are behind the railings, but there's even one there, and he's even sort of perched on the seat. Look at that one. He's even got his own seat, so you can have your picture taken either side of that little bear, and that's going to be well used in less than 48 hours time. And I think that guy there is a little bit late for Ride the Light. What an incredible event that was. Absolutely remarkable. So like I said, we're going to go all the way to the actual start of the illuminations, and sometimes they do swap these boards over. 1 year it might be in a particular spot, and then the other year it might move down. Look at that one. Absolutely incredible, some of them. So let's just pan the camera round to the right, and that's where it's all going to be starting off. Straight ahead, right up there, top of Red Bank Road. And this is the very start of the illuminations. And just a bit of a shot out to sea, and it looks like it's going to be another great sunset tonight. You see the tide is rolling in, and a bit of an interesting fact. Let's just move the camera round to the left, and this is like the top, very top of the walkway along Bisbam. So at the back of the boards, and like I said, this is a wonderful one. Like I said, you got this wonderful scenery walk. You see, like I said, the lights at night time, and have a sunset, and also you can see the wonderful views overlooking the Irish Sea with that gorgeous sunset. So you got the best of both worlds. And a bit of an interesting fact, who knows what the oldest display on the illuminations is? I'll give you a couple of seconds to think about that. Which is the oldest board or the oldest setup? And many people don't know, and the oldest one is the teddy bears picnic. That is the oldest display still on show at the Blackpool illuminations. So it's absolutely incredible. So they do introduce new boards and new displays. Also, they keep some of the great traditional ones also. And you can see just on the right hand side of the picture, that's where you can look at the little sort of voluntary donations. So there's a couple of them. Just sort of pop the hand out, and if you are in a position for to help towards the magnificent lights, like I said, you can contribute, and I'm sure it's very greatly received. Let's just pop the the camera back, and you see all the other boards, and there's some interesting names, you know, what have turned on the illuminations over the many years. 1934 Lord Derby, and Stanley Matthews 1951. You know, there's an absolutely extraordinary list. You know, all famous names. You know, some of them which, you know, I know, some of them which I don't. 1977 Red Rum, 1978 Terry Wogan, and the cast of Coronation Street switched it on in 1983 by Doris Speed. It's actually switched on by Doris Speed, but the whole cast came down. Absolutely amazing. You know, the you know, Julie Goodyear, and you know, 1990 famous for Coronation Street, Bet Lynch, Gary Barlow, 1999, and in 2000, the millennium, it was switched on by Westlife. Again, you know, the names just go on and on throughout the years. Absolutely incredible. 2010, Robbie Williams. You know, 2016, bless her, Barbara Windsor. And like I say, it's just amazing. Alfie Bowie, 2018. You know, as the names, you know, become more familiar, the years get a little bit closer. But like I said, you know, some extraordinary ones. Wilfred Pickles, 1950. Audrey Mawson, Railway Queen of Great Britain. I'm not too sure I've heard her name. But like I said, and there's one in 1955, Soviet Ambassador, Yakov Malik. Absolutely incredible. The cast of Dad's Army. Who remembers Dad's Army? 1971. So I am rambling on, but like I said, it's really exciting just looking at some of the completely famous names. So, like I said, I hope you have enjoyed this bit of a walk. It's amazing what's going on the promenade itself. It's all closed off, right from the beach house all the way to the RNLI. So it's going to be an absolutely crammed out Friday evening. Let me know in the comments also if you want us to do a live. You know, did you enjoy the live for the Ride the Bike? You know, would you like us to do a bit of a live once again, or would you prefer the video in 4K the day after? Let me know what you prefer. So until next time, look after yourselves. It is a bye from me. It's a bye from Blackpool, bye from Bisbee. Take care. Bye bye.